Welcome to Dateline Polk, with news about your local county government. I'm your host, Lea Ann Thomas. Today we'll update you on the Commission's actions from the March 20th Board of County Commissioners meeting. During the March 20th meeting, Utilities Division Director Gary Freeze reported on Southwest Florida Water Management Governing Board's action to work with Polk County to develop a long-term funding strategy for developing alternative water projects.
I made a presentation to the Southwest Florida Water Management District's Governing Board approximately 2 weeks ago, requesting assistance, funding assistance for alternative water supply projects. And that presentation was made really to set the framework of how that participation would occur and to what level. I think this is a very important step to take in our water supply plans because it has financial implications that are fairly significant. If the SwiftMud Board approves a framework and a plan, we think that they will cover about 50% of the project costs. So it is a large dollar amount, and it's something that's going to take 40 to 50 years to finish. It's a project that the Polk County needs to have to be successful and be able to continue to move forward with the adequate water supply that's necessary. The board accepted that report. There was no action necessary.
The board approved the First Amendment to the interlocal agreement between the City of St. Cloud, the Toho Water Authority, Orange County, Polk County, and Reedy Creek Improvement District relating to participation in regional cooperation for Central Florida Coordination Area rulemaking, monitoring, and modeling, and approval of modification number 1 to CSA number 07-8504 with PB Americas Incorporated to assist the Stopper Group with the CFCA rulemaking effort. $926,418 total not to exceed cost, with a net cost to Polk County of $113,023 over the next 2 fiscal years.
The second item I had, again concerning water supply, is with the Central Florida Coordination Area, where we have developed a relationship with the 3 water management districts in this area: the St. Johns River Water Management District, South Florida Water Management District, and Southwest Florida Water Management District, to really identify ways that they can work with the providers of water so that all the rules are the same and they don't have different rules between different districts. For us, this is an important element so that we understand how those rules are applied, and so that we can get the best capabilities from a water supply perspective that we can get for our customers. This is the action was to authorize additional expenses to be paid for consulting services, expert consulting services to keep this initiative moving, and in hopes that by the middle of next year we will be complete, and it will provide us with a unified front that will give us the ability to understand and get more water than we have in the past.
The Commissioners approved a one-time bid of nearly $398,000 to the Lane Construction Corporation for improvements to Eloise Loop Road at the Rattlesnake Road intersection. Commissioners approved 3 insurance policy renewals for an annual expense of $1.87 million.
We had one item on the agenda today regarding the renewal of our property insurance, which protects all the buildings and contents of Polk County for the board and their constitutional officers. Total value is about $742 million. Total cost of the insurance is almost $1.9 million per year. This insurance is required to properly protect the assets of the county going forward.
A notice of termination of the SP recycling contract with Recyclable Materials Processing and Marketing Services was also approved as amended.
Waste Resource Management came before the board today to seek approval for the contract for recycling processing, which was awarded to Waste Management. This contract will allow for single stream processing of our recyclables that are collected curbside. This will enhance our recycling program in that now, rather than sorting curbside, all of our customers can now just put both our paper and plastic together. It'll come to our processing facility, and then Waste Management will process that material and it'll go out to market. This will also generate another $900,000 in revenue to the county.
Commissioners adopted a resolution requesting a veto from the governor for the Medicaid cost shift. The resolution, drafted by the Florida Association of Counties, urges Governor Scott to veto House Bill 5301, which would cause an unprecedented Medicaid cost shift that would compel local taxpayers to pick up the bill for millions in state accounting errors. In regular board business, the Board of County Commissioners approved the minutes from the March 6th meeting, disbursements from the County Comptroller, and the consent agenda. For complete details, please go to www.polk-county.net. Jeff Mann was reappointed as a member of the Board of Adjustment for a 3-year term expiring February 3, 2015. Also, Michael Finch was appointed to Board of Adjustment for a 3-year term expiring April 7, 2015. Proclamations and recognitions. The Commissioners recognized Richard A. Miller. He was appointed January 24, 2007 to serve as the Code Enforcement Appellate Special Magistrate. Mr. Miller served in that capacity until December 31, 2011. As the Appellate Special Magistrate, Mr. Miller heard appeals of decisions of the Special Magistrate prior to them being appealed to the Circuit Court. The board proclaimed March 21, 2012 as World Down Syndrome Day in Polk County. Karen Spencer and Tracy Garcia accepted the proclamation on behalf of the Down Syndrome Association of Polk County, Incorporated.
Down syndrome is very prevalent in this country, as far as 1 in about 600 to 700 live births are children with Down syndrome. What I would like our county to know is that we have a support group. It's Down Syndrome Association of Polk County. We have a website, www.dsapolk.org, that you get more information. And we're here just to support families that have children with Down syndrome, especially those families who have just recently had a child, because we understand when you have a child with a disability, right at first you may be overwhelmed and have a lot of questions that you want to ask. Please feel free to call us and we'll help you in any way that we can, just so you know that you're not out there by yourself. There are many resources out there today, especially in Polk County, that helps families with children with disabilities in our school system and beyond.
March 18th through 24th, 2012 was proclaimed by the board as Polk County Surveyors Week. Sam Thomas accepted on behalf of the Ridge chapter of the Florida Surveying and Mapping Society.
It was a proclamation from the board acknowledging Surveyors Week, and we'd like to, the surveyors in the county and across the country like to use Surveyors Week as a way to promote the surveying profession. So we'd just like to educate the public on what surveyors do and encourage any young people that might be interested in the surveying profession to consider surveying as a profession.
The board proclaimed March 26th through April 1st, 2012 as Tobacco-Free Florida Week in Polk County. Lisa Schlegal from Tobacco-Free Partnership accepted the proclamation.
The Tobacco-Free Partnership in Polk County is a coalition of various agencies and companies across Polk County. They're all working together to reduce the use of tobacco as well as the prevention of tobacco use, mainly in our youth. We know that youth smokers will become adult smokers. And one of the targets of big tobacco is through the use of flavored tobacco. So our coalition, probably first and foremost, is targeting trying to restrict the sale of flavored tobacco in our county. We are also looking at other areas, for example, smoke-free housing, and things that truly will impact the health of people across this great county.
The board recognized the City of Mulberry's hard work in making their city better and recognized that they have been designated by the USDA Rural Development as Florida's 2011 Rural Community of the Year.
You know, everyone to know the community of Mulberry is working toward making Mulberry a better place and a great place to live and a great place to work and play. The USDA, which is the United States Department of Agriculture, recognized the City of Mulberry as its little, little community of the year for 2011. And that's due to many of the grants and the work that we've done with the USDA in the past year. And we've just worked real hard with them. Our city manager deserves most of the credit. He and the other city commissioners are the ones that have done the lion's share of the work.
During the afternoon public hearings, the commissioners only had one item on the agenda, PD 71-4-5M. The applicant, Bill Taylor, Murray Financial Group 2, Limited, and Colonial Industries are appealing the decision of the Planning Commission to deny a request to allow a planned development modification in the Christina subdivision. The modification is to remove a specific parcel from the planned development overlay. On February 1st, the Planning Commission voted 7-0 to deny the request. Therefore, the parcel remains within the planned development overlay. Today, the commissioners denied the appeal without prejudice. The Board of County Commissioners is committed to keeping you updated on Polk's parks and road community investment projects. Improving communities and lives by improving parks and roads is a high priority for the board. If you're interested in receiving information about the status of Polk County's parks and road projects, you may register to receive our e-newsletter by logging on to the Polk County website and click on the e-newsletter link. You can decide what type of information you'll receive. That's it for our show. We'll be back later in March with an update of the next County Commission meeting. Thanks for watching Dateline Polk.